off. He was blaming everyone but himself. Game ball.
If you're loving the action here with the Progressive AVP League, be sure to join us next Sunday at 2 Eastern. CBS Sports Network serves up even more on the sand. Catch the AVP Beach Volleyball from Central Park in New York City. We've got 3 straight weeks of action for you with the Progressive AVP League. From Long Beach to New York, out to the Hamptons. A look at the Queen Mary just in our backdrop here in Long Beach. And the women's standings, another women's matchup on the ticket for you today. Brasher and Cruz still at the top of the order. Chang and Kraft improved to 4-2. Anderson Chacon, so sitting at that 4th place spot. But Kraft and Chang moving from 3-2. Humana Paredes and Wilkerson dropping off. You'll see them back in action in New York City. That will be their final event as they look to try and claim the Cup title. Our second match in store for you. It's Brooklyn facing off against Dallas. Lexy Denaburg, Julia Donlin, the ladies from the Brooklyn Blaze, and the defending champs from 2025. Yesterday it was a loss they're trying to get right. What do they need here today?
Yeah, they just need to be a little bit more consistent, right? They are a very high-powered team, both very physical players on the side of the Brooklyn Blaze, but they had a few too many errors. You can't really kind of shoot yourself in the foot, especially in abbreviated sets.
This partnership was the surprise of the 2025 season. They picked up some big wins early. However, this year, having dealt with a little bit of health, they are still looking to find their best ball in 2026. Lexy Denaburg out on the sand. She'll be the full-time defender. 3-time All-American out of UCLA. Partnered up alongside the Trojan. From UNC to Hawaii to USC. She was all over the place in her collegiate career. But now she has become a Manhattan Beach Open champion and a league champion. Julia Donlin, 28 years old, at the 6'1" blocker. I call them team physical. On the opposite, it's the Dallas Dream, currently 2-3. Kylie, Deberg, Betsi, Flint, they're starting to get into that must-win territory. They're on the outside looking in terms of the standings. Top 6 make Chicago. They have to find the next evolution of their game.
Yeah, indeed. You see those hitting numbers from yesterday. Expect Betsi to see a lot of the serves in this match. What's going to be pivotal for them is how well can she receive serve and feed Kylie Deberg, who's hitting a 700 clip.
Look to Kylie Deberg, the 6'4" blocker out of Iowa. She actually played alongside Elena Chacon previously through those Contenders series. You saw her just out on the sand. And now in this new partnership with the veteran, super mom, an absolute professional, and Betsi Flint. From Phoenix, Arizona to LMU, she has been a monster everywhere she's gone. Silent in her approach, but her play makes ever the noise. Betsi Flint.
Yeah, she's very understated, right? But locked in. Quiet efficiency.
I like that, quiet efficiency. Mom to 2, Cora and Odin out on the sand somewhere playing. Cheering on mom.
Yeah, you wonder if the parenting style is equally as quiet or if it's a little more forceful.
I can guarantee you one thing, Betsi Flint is without a doubt a superb mom. She's gonna get the first look here. Lexy Deberg, beautiful touch.
First point to the Dream. Wow.
Yeah, we saw a fair bit of that yesterday, right? The transition setting so critical. It's a good touch from Denaburg in the backcourt, but that set is a little bit off the net. She can't quite traverse the net.
It was an 0-2 loss to Anderson and Chacon yesterday, 7-15, 13-15. Not the performance Brooklyn was looking for, but Betsi's right on it.
Oh, quite clear.
It's quite the location to set up as a defender, though. It's nice having a big block like that.
Yeah, it was a great position defensively. You can see her sliding to her left, continuing to go to her left.
Donlin races to the net, but there's the option play. Yet again, we talked about this in our previous matchup. The Miami Mayhem loved the option. It was somewhat quiet in that matchup. However, for Dallas, without a doubt, they'll look to it.
Yeah, they need to be aggressive on that front. That is when they're playing at their best, when they can incorporate Kylie into the offense as much as possible.
Net violation 2-2.
Kind of incorporate her into the net a little bit less.
Just a little fishing. We are in the second busiest port in the United States. I don't know if there are many fish out there.
I like that, a little bit of T-Crabs almost there from Betsi Flint. Step into the inside left and then shoot out to the pin. Nicely done.
Another strong swing, Betsi Flint. Great read. Controlled scoop as that goes away, and hello, Betsi Flint.
Night.
Welcome back to the AVP League. She said, y'all have been talking about my offense. Let me show you something.
That was so good. Cam went Southern right there with the y'alls.
I am a farm kid at heart. Not the Midwest, but
yeah, the
and Dub's got a couple up there.
Run continues for Dallas.
Blistering swing from Donlin. This time the finesse.
Kind of slipped off the top of the knuckles, but in a fortunate way for Brooklyn.
Talked about the American side and the depth in the last 5 seasons continuing to grow. Donlin, Denaburg earned the ace there, the quick touch.
Yeah,
But also,
they will absolutely take that. Good slider up the middle.
I want a couple more of those if you're Julia Donlin. They are coming off a 4th place finish out in Stad. We mentioned that event where Chang and Kraft took silver. Another league team and the Austin Aces took home their 3rd straight title in Stad. And Taryn Brasher and Kristen Cruz.
Yeah, that would have been amazing to see an American podium sweep there.
On 4th of July weekend, nonetheless. Come on!
250. Yeah, there's a great serve to set up that point for the Dallas Dream. Kylie Deberg going right up the middle. Getting a good cut in transition for the winner. There's the serve, yeah. Right back over the net.
Dallas Dream facing off against Chang and Kraft yesterday. Also suffering the 0-2 loss. 8-15, 11-15. It was efficient work from Miami. Their best match of the season thus far.
Backed it up today. It was a little bit tougher sledding out there, but they closed extremely well. Both of these teams need a win.
A little drizzle starting to fall here in Long Beach. The hoods are going up as we have hit the 8-point mark. The Dallas Dream are soaring right now. All offense on their side of the net.
No calories, extra bubbly, yes. Yes, sir. Playing for these bottles of that. Here you go. You know what you're doing with this? Well, come on over to me. Come to the middle. Come to the thing. What's your name? Eddie. All right, and now we're going to hide our Waterloos. Let's hide them anywhere on the court, Lauren. This side is going to help this man find his loo. That side, you're going to do the same, obviously. First one to find it and chug it will be the winner of Find the Loo. One more time, what's your name? Eddie and Chris? Eddie and Chris, here we go. 3, 2, 1, find the loo.
Don't miss an Athletes Unlimited Softball League showdown as the Portland Cascade take on the Utah Talons Wednesday at 10 Eastern right here on CBS Sports Network. You know I have to root for Portland. Back to that P&W. Mark Sherman, our resident man of fun, always having a good time. A little fun here on our court. Alamitos Beach playing host to Week 5 action. I think they're searching for the Waterloo.
That is Find Your Loo, yeah, and Sherman, man of fun for sure, but playing a little bit of bully there, moving the loo right at the last second from that young man.
We hope you're having a good time joining us here with the Progressive AVP League. Be sure to check out our upcoming stops in New York over the next 2 weeks or out in Dallas. You can also find us with the AVP Manhattan Beach Open, middle of August. One of the premier events on the calendar. Dallas right now hitting 857. That, without a doubt, is their best mark of the year. Brooklyn has to find a way to slow them down.
Yeah, Betsi is on fire right now, hammering balls. We saw her tee off on the one early. She has looked extremely motivated in the early going here.
Another fish found. I'm Cameron Irwin alongside Rich Lamborn, the Olympic gold medalist, our two-time Olympian down on the sand in Kevin Barnett. And several Olympic hopefuls out on the sand.
Yeah, both of these teams in the mix. Love to find themselves with an opportunity to represent Team USA in a couple years' time.
Mentioned Betsi Flint, currently 3 of 4. Deberg, 3 of 3. That one's going to count against her. Late moving the angle, but how about that look? Turns it back down.
Yeah, I like the proactive approach to the option play, but that was a little bit ill-advised, just kind of the standing roll over. The easy opportunity taken there for Brooklyn. Nice put away from Denaburg.
That reminds me of Alex Kleinman. When you can hit at that level of an angle. 6'4".
You don't even have to go full pace, just some of the angles you can create with that height and length.
When you can hit a cut shot, you're playing the game at an elevated state.
Good swing there from Brooklyn.
Coming into the weekend, Brooklyn needed to improve their offensive efficiency. Their previous 2 event weekends, somewhat a different story. One fantastic, one slip down. Now not Aspen.
It's a 1-point game. It's 9.
Well, look at this now. That is incorrect. It's going to be 9-10. Yeah, there you go. Denaburg Donlin crawling back.
Brooklyn 333 as opposed to 600 on the other side. Let's check in with Kevin Barnett.
Yeah, Cam had a chance to catch up with Chris Flood, who's coaching for Brooklyn internationally, working with the A2 USA program, and here on the sidelines for them today. Said we're just trying to steady out our side out and then play aggressive otherwise. And you've seen that in the last couple of plays. Lexy on the right side, the on-2 from Julia. And here it all goes wrong in the side out portion of the game. But that's where it often rests, is can you just plain side out, and then can you start to dictate momentum in a match to your opponent? That's what we're trying to do with that aggression.
Ball control and aggressiveness. 1 and 2 priorities for the Brooklyn Blaze. There's some ball control right there, 10-12.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate there because Kylie Deberg was all over that, and she thought she was slamming that down on the Brooklyn side. It just snuck underneath her arm. Yeah, aggressiveness is always beneficial, in my opinion. No way to be tentative and win matches. That's a little tentative there from Deberg, but she cleans it up with the block.
Kylie Deberg, solid reach just off the fingertips. Kylie Deberg playing with Haley Harward last year for the Dallas Dream. Found 2 wins last year. She's looking to get well above that here with Betsi Flint on her side. Another swatted back.
Yeah, that is fantastic beach blocking on display from Kylie Deberg. You can see how far inside of the attack point from Lexy Denaburg she was. Just waiting there for that exact shot, timed it perfectly.
Set point after the second block from Deberg. This time she comes off the net. Great move from Flint. And ball control was conversation on the side of the Blaze, but even there, it goes awry for Dallas.
Yeah, that is not an easy ball to set. You could see Kylie kind of going low, trying to cushion the high spinny dig from Betsi Flint. Just kind of over pushes it.
Set point remains. How about that one, pulling out the paws?
It was a good attempt. She had to kind of shovel it from fairly deep and get it quite close enough for Betsi Flint to put it away.
Third set point here for Dallas. Need to be careful. There's the option, and it finds the back of the court. The Dallas Dream pick up set number 1, 15-12. It's all Kylie Deberg and Betsi Flint in the first.
Song doesn't mean I'm not winning something today. Art, I feel good about this. I feel good. Your name is Cherith, correct? And Bree, is that right? All right. Bree, Cherith, and Art. This is straight up musical chairs. While the music plays, we go around the chairs. When the music stops, we get our butt in a chair. Easy as that, Art. You ready for this? Art, Cherith, Bree, let me get a round of applause. Long Beach, DJ Ever ready. Let's go. Art is like, yes. Maybe not music, I know, but it is music. Yes, we go around. There we go, Art. Nicely done. Okay, yes, Art. Yes, Bree. Down to the finals. Nicely done, Bree and Art. The final round. Our contestants shake hands or high five. That's even better. Here we go. The final round of musical chairs for all the marbles. Let's go. Yes, the joy out there right now. Come on, Art. We got plenty of time. There it is! Oh! Oh! I see 2 butts. Yeah! For the win! Oh my goodness. That's... Hold on, I'm committing that to memory forever. And yes, there it is. Art! Give it up for Art, everybody! And Bree, but mostly Art. That was fantastic. Aww. All right, Lauren, we got to figure out something real good to give Art.
Queen Mary in the backdrop of Alamitos Beach, home to LA28 and Week 5 action of the Progressive AVP League. Can't wait for LA28. The 24-team tournament will take place July 15th through the 29th. in 2028. But right now, all eyes are focused on that of Kylie, Deberg, Betsi, Flint, Lexy, Denaburg, and Julia Donlin as we get set for the second set. The Dallas Dream stealing the first, 15-12. Cameron Irwin alongside Rich Lamborn. Kevin Barnett is out on the sand.
And it's 1-0.
As Lexi and Julia need to find an answer.
Yeah, and as was a little bit of the issue yesterday in their match. Some kind of self-inflicted wounds hurting them right now. A few too many mistakes on the side of the Brooklyn Blaze.
Their wins have come against the New York Nitro. That was back in Belmar in week 1, as well as in week 2. That's the only team they have defeated thus far, the defending champs for 2025. And right back, here comes Betsi.
Yeah, pretty little cut shot. Started hot, cooled off a little bit, but what she does do is pass the ball extremely well to make you think at least about the option from Kylie Deberg.
She started out set 1, 3 of 4, closed out 4 of 7 as Julia Donlin takes an extra second there as she gets back to the service line. We mentioned she's been dealing with some injury, some knee health leading up to this year. Great touch on the block here. Falls back to the sand. Deberg from the left. What a touch. And another, the Dallas Dream stealing the extended set.
Yeah, you wonder though if maybe that's a little bit of a spark for Brooklyn. Sometimes these effort plays, even if you don't end up coming up on the victorious side of them, can kind of spur you on a little bit, especially when you find yourself in some deficits.
Bringing the pace, and that's Deberg pulling off the net, a rarity for her.
Yeah, it was a really good touch, but that's one of those unfortunate circumstances where both players are reading it correctly. So Betsi also moving in that direction, had to kind of try and reverse course and couldn't do so in time.
I guess that's a good problem to have.
Shows your reading capabilities are locked in anyways.
Clean from Flint. Deberg and Flint had an early win in week 3 against Miami. It was by default retirement. Melissa Montepreda says that's straight back to the sand. Number 3 for Deberg.
The big block, relatively subdued reaction. She just points kind of shyly at the line and says, yeah, that was in. Good move outside of her body there. Not exactly the way she wanted to follow that up, probably.
That's one way to stall your momentum after a big move. There's that perfect platform from Flint, like you mentioned. It seems like Lexy Denaburg's getting a piece of several digs, just haven't found the transition opportunities off of them.
Yeah, she's coming up with the spears in the backcourt. That one just doesn't rest in the bottom of the net. It's probably millimeters away from just sitting there and giving Donlin an opportunity to set it.
Saw the offensive improvement nearly doubling up that of their efficiency on the season. And there's the service pressure. That's what got them into the AVP League from the qualification process. Service pressure like this, creating opportunities.
Yeah, that's a look at the finish, but that serve was a laser beam right up the middle of the court, causing all kinds of pressure on the Brooklyn Blaze in reception.
7-4, Brooklyn spending some extra time underneath the umbrella. These two teams coming away with some really nice finishes internationally over 4th of July weekend. Caught up with Kylie and Betsi this week. Talked about what it felt like to play against Team Switzerland in that environment on stadium court. Said it was one of the coolest things that they have done as a team thus far.
Yeah, it's a pretty special
I just think we
location.
can make
They've
that ball dance
been
a
there
little bit
20
right now,
plus years.
and we can make her get in some serve receive trouble. Hey, let's play our game out there. Let's have fun. Stay aggressive at the net, especially in transition right now.
Yeah, I like those words from Coach Flood. Stay aggressive.
Coming out of the timeout by the Braves, it is
Downstream, we mentioned the offense improving. Kylie saying that's been a primary focus, without a doubt. Also talking about the timing of some of their plays improving. Both offensive and defensive as she takes a whack at that one.
Yeah, good response there from Donlin. A little less than aggressive, despite Coach Flood suggesting the opposite. She makes up for it with that good blocking move.
Also told me that she's really been working on some of her decision making, as that error mounts another for the Brooklyn Blaze. Just nothing going their direction right now. They trail by 3 in set 2.
We got a couple minutes, and first of all, a fantastic crowd today, Long Beach. Great job by you. Thanks for showing up and showing out and making noise. And now, I want to find out my loudest section of the crowd. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's how we do it. We're going to go 3 sections. We're going to go this half of the stands. We're going to go that half of the stands. Section, okay? Here we go. Let's start with that half of the stand. Right over there, make some noise. Over here. Bougie people. Yes, now very nice. We got a minute left. Now, I forgot to tell you the stakes. Whichever section is the loudest is going to get all of the mini balls and t-shirt I have in here, okay? Those are the stakes. Those are the stakes. So here we go. Give it your all. Let's go.
CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. It's easy to bundle your home and car insurance at Progressive.com.
Mark Sherman doing his best "We Are Sparta" impression right now with the fans here in Long Beach. Everyone having a great time on this Sunday afternoon. The second match of our day between the Dallas Dream and the Brooklyn Blaze. It was the Miami Mayhem picking up the win earlier in our broadcast. They went 2-0 on the weekend on the women's side and now sit second in the standings. These two are trying to find themselves at the bottom of the order into Chicago. Denaburg and Donlin.
That is out of bounds.
This is must-have type of territory in the second set after dropping the first. Doesn't feel like we've really seen Denaburg and Donlin at their peak performance.
No, we haven't. Not physically and even emotionally, they seem like a little bit kind of a step down from what we've seen them in the past.
Looks like they're searching right now. And another just over the top.
Yeah. I mean, Donlin visibly hindered right now. I mean, she's coming down sort of limping back to her serve receive position time and time again.
Didn't look hindered there. Flint takes one.
Using the block.
Yeah, she certainly did not look hindered. Well, you can see just the way she's walking looks less than comfortable.
She took some time off the sand since February, just up until the Progressive AVP League. She only had about 30 or so jumps before that first time on the sand in Belmar. But it's just a lot of volleyball between playing AVP League, traveling internationally.
Yeah, traveling's like one of those things, too, that you don't think of as taxing on the body, but it is extremely difficult sitting international flights, less than business class.
Cheeky.
Indeed, didn't really disguise that well as she was running with the knuckle out, but she placed it so perfectly it didn't matter.
Kylie Deberg showcasing some finesse. Two-time All-American out of Missouri, now at the service line. Hangs on to several school records. Right now she's trying to find her way to Chicago. Looking for the corner. And just applying enough pressure, Betsi Flint.
Yeah, that was a great dig, first of all, and then going over the top there with the line shot to close it out. And Dallas kind of creep closer to a victory here, their first of the weekend. A much needed one.
Dallas on the outside looking in, sitting at the 7th place seed. Top 6 into Chicago. A win here against the 6th seed would move them up the board.
Everything's looked pretty smooth for Dallas here this afternoon. We talked about them trying to incorporate that option offense a little bit more. They've done so very well. Betsi's looked extremely good offensively in her own right when she's taken the opportunity to swing. There's an option from Denaburg, and that was explosive.
Lexy Denaburg, the fitness fanatic, showcasing a little smile there, loves personal training. She even just recently got her yoga certification, her nutrition certification. She's got it all covered.
I'll have to ask her how many double-doubles is too many double-doubles.
She actually spoke too about trying to maybe start a fitness app after her professional playing days are over. A lot of life happening too. Recently engaged back in December. Right now they need to find a bit of a streak. Down by 3. She's there. Quick call, high set. And that ball hit the sand before Denaburg's feet did. Number 4 for Deberg.
Deberg just lining up kind of body on body and then throwing that right hand out into the angle. Great stuff, getting the Dallas Dream to match point.
Deberg's block has been a difference maker. It's a match point for Dallas. And with that ball out of bounds, Deberg and Flint find a victory and will move up on the women's standings. Now a top 6 team.
Long Beach, let me get a round of applause for all 4 athletes. Betsi.
A big-time win against the 6 and 7 seed currently in the women's standings. Little Cora out in the mix for Betsi Flint and Kylie Deberg. The kind of win you want. Hey, she's smiling in this one. When Betsi won the Manhattan Beach Open, there were a little extra tears. She didn't know what was quite taking place, and actually it was alongside Julia Donlin on the opposite side of the net. As we update the cup standings, Dallas now at 6 and 5 in the 4th place position. Again, this is the combined men's and women's records. San Diego, you'll get a chance to see them back in action come New York City. That's a team you've only seen once, as has Austin. The Austin Aces back in the mix. We'll be off at Woolman Rink and then out to East Hampton and Dallas. The last 3 weeks of the regular season will determine your cup champion. Will it be the Dallas Dream? Will it be the Palm Beach Passion, or even the Miami Mayhem? Looking for a new champion in 2026. Betsi Flint was fantastic this afternoon in the 2-set victory. Little Odin in her arms, as well as Cora on the sand. And for Kylie Deberg, it's time to celebrate. Going 1-1 on the weekend. They will close out their Week 5 action this afternoon. We're so glad to have you with us here on the Progressive AVP League. For Kevin Barnett, for Rich Lamborn, and our entire crew, I'm Cameron Irwin. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network. in association with the AVP. We can't wait to have you back on the sands with us.